The Grand Hall of the Galactic Council was full of noise. Aliens from many planets were laughing, talking, and joking. In the middle of the hall stood one human. His name was Ambassador Ryan Holt. He looked calm, but his eyes were sharp. He waited for silence. When the room finally became quiet, he spoke. "Humans have come in peace. We offer friendship, knowledge, and trade. We ask to join the Galactic Council." The silence lasted only for a moment. Then the laughter started again, louder this time. A tall, blue-skinned alien stood up. "You? Humans? You are too weak, too young. Your planet is small. You are nothing." Another alien added, "Your species still uses metal ships. You still live on just one planet. You are not ready." Ryan stayed calm. "Do not judge us by what you see. We are more than what you think. If you push us, you may regret it." The laughter stopped for a second. A few aliens looked at him with raised eyebrows. But then the jokes started again. "Is that a threat?" one alien asked, smiling. "No," Ryan replied. "It is a warning." He turned and left the hall. Behind him, the council kept laughing. Months passed. Earth sent messages of peace. It offered trade deals, science partnerships, and help in wars. But the galaxy kept ignoring humans. In secret meetings, alien leaders laughed about Earth. Then things got worse. A mining company from the Grax Empire stole resources from an Earth colony on Mars. No apology was given. Pirates attacked a human ship near the Orion Belt. The Galactic Patrol did nothing. A human diplomat was kidnapped by slavers on a neutral planet. The Council stayed silent. Still, Earth waited. Still, humans hoped for peace. Then came the final insult. The planet Andurian 7, ruled by a rich alien family, destroyed a human science station. 50 people died. The Council said it was a mistake and refused to punish them. Now, the humans were angry. President Maya Trent of Earth stood before the United Earth Council. "They laughed at us. They stole from us. They killed our people," she said. "We asked for peace. We waited. Now the waiting is over." The room was silent. "We will no longer beg for respect," she continued. "They pushed us too far. It is time to show them what Earth truly is." The vote passed quickly. 100% support. 1 week later, strange things began happening in the galaxy. A Grax mining ship went missing near Saturn. No distress signal. No wreckage. Just gone. A pirate fleet in the Zarn system vanished. 12 ships disappeared in one night. A powerful alien warship flying near Jupiter exploded from the inside. No one knew how. The Galactic Council started to worry. They called for a meeting. "We are under attack," a leader shouted. "But by who?" another asked. A report came in. A transmission was found near one of the destroyed ships. It was short. "You were warned." But Earth said nothing. The humans made no official statement. Their spaceports were quiet. Their news stations showed only normal life. But behind the curtain, Earth was moving. Secret human fleets began to spread across the stars. Hidden ships, cloaked drones, powerful air, silent and deadly. Everywhere they went, enemies disappeared. And then something big happened. The Zoral Empire, known for its cruelty, sent an army to take a human colony on New Terra. They thought it would be easy. They were wrong. The human defense systems activated. Lasers, railguns, anti-gravity mines. It was a trap. The Zoral army was destroyed in minutes. Not one soldier survived. On the ground, written in the dust, was one message: "You pushed too far." Now, the galaxy began to panic. Some alien empires tried to contact Earth, but Earth gave no reply. Others prepared for war. But it was already too late. The sleeping lion had woken up, and now it was angry. The galaxy was afraid. Something was happening, and no one understood it. Powerful fleets were disappearing. Entire bases were being destroyed. And the worst part, no one saw who did it. Every clue pointed to just one name: Earth. But how? How could humans do this? The Galactic Council held emergency meetings every day. Their leaders shouted and argued. Humans are weak. Some said, this must be another enemy. But deep down, many of them were scared. They remembered the warning, the one Earth gave before walking out of the council. You will regret this. Now, they were beginning to believe it. In the dark corners of space, strange things continued to happen. In the Sirius system, 3 alien warships patrolling near an asteroid field disappeared. A few days later, a message was found floating in space. It had just 2 words: still watching. On the planet Velfar, a black market trader who had sold weapons to slavers was found dead. No wounds, no signs of struggle, just a small metal coin left on his chest, a human coin. A pirate base in the Norgith Nebula exploded. No missiles were detected, no ships seen. But before the blast, one pirate sent out a message. It's them, the humans. The galaxy had pushed Earth for years. Now, Earth was pushing back, but in silence. President Maya Trent had activated Project Shadowhand, a secret plan created by Earth's top military minds. Thousands of stealth ships, cloaked drones, and AI assassins moved across space. They carried no flags, they sent no signals, they left no survivors. These weapons were built not just to fight, but to make a message. You cannot touch Earth anymore. A small alien empire named the Quarren decided to test Earth's strength. They believed humans were just lucky. They sent 200 soldiers to attack a human research base on the moon of Tarsus III. But when the soldiers landed, they found nothing. The base was empty. Then the ground began to shake. Hidden turrets rose from the soil. Defense drones flew down from the sky. In 60 seconds, the alien soldiers were gone. No one survived. The Quarren Emperor received a package 2 days later. Inside was a simple object, a broken helmet from one of his soldiers. On the helmet, scratched in perfect lines, were 3 words: Earth remembers everything. The Emperor fainted. Back on Earth, the public was calm. Most people didn't even know what was happening in the stars. The news showed nothing. Life looked normal. But underground bunkers, deep inside mountains, told a different story. Human generals met with AI war minds. New targets were chosen. Enemy supply lines were cut. Communications between alien empires were quietly hacked and twisted. In space, nothing was safe anymore. The Galactic Council tried to hide the truth. They didn't want panic. But secrets don't last long. A whistleblower from the Tarn Empire leaked a report to the galaxy. Earth has technology we've never seen. Their weapons are silent. Their ships are invisible. Their AI is smarter than anything we have. We cannot fight them. The galaxy was shocked. Some alien leaders panicked. Others tried to make peace. One alien ambassador sent a message to Earth. We wish to talk. Earth's reply was short. You laughed. You stole. You killed. Now we act. More attacks followed. Slaver ships disappeared from every system. Corrupt politicians in alien worlds were found dead in their homes, with human coins on their bodies. A massive alien war factory exploded from inside. Cameras showed no attackers. But in the ashes, one line was found burned into the steel wall. This is just the beginning. The fear spread like fire. For the first time in centuries, the galaxy was quiet. Trade slowed. Ships stayed near home planets. Pirates fled to deep space. Even the strongest empires pulled back their fleets. Everyone was afraid of the shadows. Everyone was afraid of Earth. But Earth wasn't finished. They were just getting started. Because soon, they would no longer hide in the shadows. They would bring their power into the light. And the galaxy would see what true strength looked like. The galaxy had seen enough. Or so they thought. Every week, more ships vanished. More warlords were hunted down. More secret bases were destroyed. And still, Earth said nothing. No announcements, no speeches, no declarations of war. Just silence and destruction. The Galactic Council was now truly afraid. "This must end," shouted the Zoral Prime, leader of one of the oldest empires. "They are just one planet," cried another. "How are they doing this?" "No more waiting," the Council decided. "We will attack Earth. We will show them their place." They sent the largest fleet in history, over 500 ships, warships, carriers, battlecruisers, and elite alien soldiers from 30 empires. Their mission: reach Earth, destroy its defenses, and force surrender. They called it Operation Final Light. As the alien fleet approached Earth's solar system, confidence grew. "Humans will never survive this," they said. But they were wrong. Very wrong. As soon as the fleet entered Neptune's orbit, it began. The first 3 ships exploded without warning. No enemy ships seen. No weapons fired. Just boom. Panic spread through the alien ranks. Is it mines? No, nothing detected. Then came the second wave. Invisible drones swarmed them. Small, fast, impossible to target. One by one, alien ships were torn apart by lasers, plasma cutters, and EMP blasts. Communication systems failed. Engines died. Some ships turned on each other, hacked by Earth's AI systems. By the time they reached Saturn, half the fleet was gone. Near Mars, Earth's full defense system activated. Massive railguns on the Moon fired magnetic slugs at near-light speed. One alien battleship was ripped in half. Plasma cannons from Earth's orbital stations burned through thick alien armor. And from behind the asteroid belt, Earth's hidden fleet appeared. Sleek black ships, silent, powerful, deadly. They moved like ghosts, cutting through the enemy like knives through paper. The alien fleet was no match. Aboard the alien command ship, the Zoral Prime screamed, "Fall back, retreat." But it was too late. One last transmission came through. It was a human voice. Calm, cold, clear. "You came to our home. Now you will learn why Earth never forgets." Then silence. The alien flagship exploded. The rest of the fleet scattered. Only 17 ships made it out alive. The greatest armada in history, destroyed. The news hit the galaxy like a meteor. People couldn't believe it. One planet had done this. One species had defeated an entire council fleet. Now, no one laughed at Earth. Now, no one spoke against them. The galaxy finally understood. Earth was not weak. Earth had just been patient. But Earth wasn't done. As alien worlds tried to hide and rebuild, human fleets moved in. Not to destroy planets, but to show control. Human ships appeared in orbit above the homeworlds of old enemies. Above the Zoral Empire. Above the Quarin system. Above the Grax mining colonies. They didn't attack. They just stayed, watching. A silent message: we can reach you, anytime. On the planet Telros, a warlord known for hunting humans found his city surrounded by human drones. He tried to escape. He failed. Days later, a video was sent to every council world. It showed the warlord in chains being walked through a human court. The message was clear: justice has come. Then came the final act. The Galactic Council received a message from Earth. President Maya Trent appeared on every screen. She looked calm, but her eyes were full of fire. "You had your chance," she said. "We offered peace. You chose war. We will not destroy your worlds. We will not become monsters. But from this day forward, if you touch another human, if you harm one colony, if you steal one resource, your world will not be warned. It will be erased. Earth has spoken." The screen went black. Across the galaxy, silence returned. But this time, it was the silence of fear. Empires that once ruled the stars now bowed their heads. No one wanted war with Earth ever again. Because now they knew, Earth never forgets, Earth never forgives, and Earth never loses. The war was over. Earth had won, not by speaking louder, but by acting smarter, stronger. Now, the galaxy was quiet. Too quiet. The old empires had fallen back. Pirates had vanished. Even the strongest alien leaders stayed silent. No one dared to challenge Earth again. A few weeks after the final battle, Earth made its move. Human diplomats returned to the Galactic Council. This time, there was no laughter, no jokes, no insults. When the human ambassador entered the Grand Hall, every alien stood in silence. The same hall where Earth was once mocked was now filled with fear and respect. Ambassador Ryan Holt, calm as ever, walked to the center. He looked around. Then he spoke. Earth has shown what happens when peace is ignored. We came in peace once. We offered friendship. You refused. Now we offer something else. The Council listened closely. A new system, a new treaty, one law above all. Harm no human, ever. He placed a silver document on the Council table. The Earth Accord. Every leader signed it. Not because they agreed, but because they had no choice. They had seen what Earth could do. They didn't want to see it again. The galaxy changed quickly after that. Where humans once had no voice, now they led the loudest. Where Earth was once weak, now it protected others. Pirates who once hunted humans were now hunted themselves. Slavers disappeared. Trade was fair again. Even the cruelest empires began to follow Earth's rules. Because they knew, the shadows were still watching. On the planet Zoltris, a young alien boy looked up at the sky. "Who are the humans?" he asked. His mother smiled softly. "They are the ones who fought for peace and got war instead." But they didn't run. "No," she said. They waited. And when the time was right, they stood up, and the stars changed forever. Meanwhile, on Earth, people lived in peace. Cities were full of life. Children played under blue skies. Scientists worked to explore more of the galaxy. But deep below the surface, Earth stayed ready. Its ships stayed sharp. Its eyes stayed open. Not because they wanted war, but because they knew something important. Peace is protected by power. One day, a new alien ambassador came to Earth. He was young, from a species that had never attacked humans. He met with Ambassador Ryan Holt. "I've heard many stories," the alien said. "Some say Earth is kind. Some say Earth is dangerous. Which is true?" Ryan smiled. "Both," he said. "We offer peace, but we are not afraid to fight for it." The alien nodded slowly. "Why didn't you fight back earlier?" Ryan looked out the window at the stars. "Because true power doesn't shout. It waits. It watches. It strikes only when it must." He turned back. And when it does, it never misses. Now, across the galaxy, Earth was no longer a joke. It was a symbol of strength, of justice, of balance. Empires that had ruled for thousands of years now listened when humans spoke. Not out of fear, but out of respect. Because the galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget. You can laugh at humans once, but only once. Earth had changed everything. And now, it was just the beginning. The stars had changed. 100 years had passed since Earth rose from the shadows and brought the galaxy to its knees. What was once a forgotten planet on the edge of the Milky Way was now the center of it. They called Earth many names now. The Iron Planet, the Peacekeeper, the Silent Watcher. But one name stood above all. The Guardian of the Galaxy. No one dared to test Earth again. Not after what happened. But the story wasn't just about war or fear. It was about what came after. After Earth's rise, new systems were born. The Galactic Unity Council replaced the old corrupt leaders. For the first time in history, humans and aliens worked side by side. not as masters or enemies, but as equals. Earth helped rebuild what it had broken, but it never apologized, because the galaxy knew it had brought that destruction upon itself. Earth's technology changed everything. Their AI helped clean toxic planets. Their medicine cured diseases once thought impossible. Their defense systems protected small colonies from threats. But most of all, their memory kept the peace. Earth never forgot the crimes of the past, and it made sure no one else forgot either. New generations of aliens grew up hearing the story of Earth. The story of a people who asked for peace, were laughed at, were pushed too far, and then stood taller than all. In schools, young ones were taught a simple rule: respect all, fear none, but never wake the lion. In the black of space, Earth's navy still moved quietly. You wouldn't see their ships, you wouldn't hear their engines, but they were there, watching, waiting, not because they wanted to fight, but because they had learned from the past. Peace must be protected, always. One day, far beyond the known galaxy, a signal was found. It came from outside the Milky Way. Unknown language, strange code, a new voice, a warning, a threat. No one knew. The Council looked to Earth. What should we do? President Ayla Trent, the great-granddaughter of Maya Trent, stood before them. She smiled, calm and fearless. "Prepare the ships," she said. "We've handled one galaxy. Now, let's see what else is out there." The stars were silent once again. But not for long, because Earth was ready. For anything. For everything. And the galaxy knew, if danger came again, Earth would rise. Again. For years, the galaxy had known peace under Earth's watch. Wars were rare. Justice was swift. Trade flourished. Children grew up without fear. But peace can make the stars quiet. And in that silence, something was listening. It started as a signal. Deep in the edge of the known universe, Earth's listening station, Outpost Theta 9, picked up a strange sound. Not a voice, not data, but a whisper. At first, they thought it was noise, static. But then the whispers became words. "We see you. We remember your rise. You will fall as others did." No known language, no known origin. But Earth's AIs decoded the message fast. It was a warning and a threat. President Ayla Trent stood in front of Earth's high command. "This isn't from our galaxy," she said. "Something out there knows us, watches us." She pressed a button. A 3D map lit up, showing a star system no human had explored before. "This is where it came from." She looked around the room. "We're sending a team. The best of the best were chosen. Human soldiers, alien scientists, AI minds. They boarded the ESS Valiant, Earth's most advanced exploration ship, and set course for the unknown. They expected mystery. They didn't expect a graveyard. When the Valiant reached the system, they found ruins. Not of buildings, but of entire planets. Shattered, burned, empty. Dead suns, cracked moons, and in orbit around one of the broken worlds, a massive ship. Black, silent, not from any species ever recorded. It had no windows, no lights, just a single message carved into its surface. "We watched your first war. We are the last war." The Valiant sent the data back to Earth. Before the transmission ended, they heard a sound. Not a voice, not words, just laughter. Cold, inhuman, endless. Then the signal went dark. The ship was gone, and so was the Valiant. Back on Earth, alarms sounded. Across the galaxy, Earth's fleets went on high alert. Old allies reached out to Earth for guidance. "What is it?" they asked. "Who are they?" Earth had no answers. Only a name pulled from the decoded whisper. The Null. No face, no home, no mercy. Just destruction. President Trent looked out at the stars. She didn't speak for a long time. Then she said, "The galaxy pushed us once, and we rose. Now something darker comes, and we will rise again. Because this time, we're not fighting for revenge. We're fighting for everything." The stars were no longer silent. The null were coming. And the only thing standing in their way was Earth. Again, the null had arrived. Dark ships, no light, no sound. They moved like shadows, cutting through space faster than anything the galaxy had seen. They didn't speak. They didn't ask. They just destroyed. Planet after planet, colony after colony. Even old enemies of Earth fell in silence. In just 3 weeks, 12 systems were gone. No survivors, no messages, just black skies and dead stars. The galaxy was terrified. And once again, all eyes turned to Earth. In Earth's high command, President Ayla Trent spoke to every species, every leader. Her message was clear. This is no longer about humans. This is about survival. We must stand together, or we all fall. For the first time in galactic history, over 200 species united under one flag. The Unity Fleet was born. Thousands of ships, millions of soldiers, one mission: stop the null. And leading them was Earth. The final battle took place near the black star of Velis 4. It was the last line. If it fell, the path to Earth would be open. The Unity Fleet waited in silence. Then, the null came. It wasn't just ships, it was a storm. A black wave. Endless. Swallowing light itself. Alien commanders panicked. But Earth's commander Rhea Stone stood tall. She spoke one line. "Let's show them what happens when we fight as one." The battle began. Lasers fired. Shields cracked. Explosions lit up space. Earth's stealth ships darted through the chaos, striking hard and vanishing. Alien bombers dropped plasma storms on null cruisers. Massive railguns fired from asteroid bases, tearing holes in the enemy lines. But the null didn't break. They kept coming, wave after wave. They moved like they were alive, as if they were one mind. Many Unity ships fell, and then Earth made its final move. From behind the moon of Velis 4, the ESS Titan appeared, Earth's largest ship, a flying fortress. It had one weapon, one shot: the solar lance, powered by a captured star. Its target, the heart of the null fleet. Commander Rhea Stone gave the order. Fire. A beam of pure energy cut through the black sky. Everything went silent. Then, boom. The heart of the null fleet exploded. Thousands of ships vanished. The wave broke. But the battle wasn't over. Null survivors began to merge. Thousands of small ships joined into one massive being. A living creature, bigger than a moon. It roared without sound and charged toward the Titan. For a moment, it looked like all was lost. Then, something unexpected happened. The Unity Fleet, all species, all ships, opened fire together. Thousands of blasts. One target. The sky turned white, and then black. When the light faded, the creature was gone. The null were gone. The galaxy was safe. For now. Earth didn't claim victory. It didn't plant flags. It didn't celebrate. Instead, President Trent made one final speech. "We are not rulers. We are not gods. We are guardians. We didn't win alone. We stood together. And that's why we're still here. Let this be our future, not fear, but unity." The stars were quiet again. But this time, not from fear. From peace. Hard-earned, shared, protected by the one planet that once stood alone. Earth, the planet that rose from the ashes and saved the galaxy.